Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome once again to another edition of the Manspace Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, is my co-host who's looking to move to California since they announced that weed will be sold at the state fair. The one and only Big Les.
You got to get right, baby. What's good, bro?
Not much, man. Nothing much.
Hey, you got to. Hey. Did you hear about what state was that? That's rolling back 174,000 convictions.
Maryland.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to look at the number like 3 or 4 times. I had to rewind and be like, hold on, how many?
Yeah. The governor is pardoning 174,000 marijuana convictions. Gotta be specific and say marijuana convictions.
That's right.
Because
I applaud them.
If you did anything else, yes, you're guilty.
Hey, you can have marijuana. You can have marijuana charge, but then if you got a gun charge, you still getting it for the gun charge. But at least the marijuana gone.
Right.
You
at least the marijuana's gone. Right. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, but I mean, I know it don't help a lot of brothers that's just incarcerated because of that. You know what I mean? But getting some of your freedom back does count. You know, it does count. So, thank God and count your blessings on that one. But I think that's a very progressive move for Maryland. You know what I mean? It's going to lead other states into doing it. I'm sure it is. It's on the road to be nationally legalized, man. They need the tax revenue.
Well, speaking of tax revenue, so you see California is considering rolling out a tax for electronic vehicles, the electric EVs, because the gas revenue has gone down. So California has more EVs than any other state.
But they want to be so clean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You caused this. Yeah. So now you're about to penalize them for having one, charging them additional tax.
Right.
I'd go get me the biggest V8 I could find or diesel.
Dude, I will pedal my butt. I will be on a bicycle pedaling. Sure will. Matter of fact, I get one that got the motor on it, so I don't have to pedal and just ride that around and make it look like I'm right.
Hey, I want to see you flip that bad boy.
Hey, but I won't be struggling on a hill anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, man.
Did you see? I don't know what country this was in, but they have this thing because they have some steep hills and a lot of people ride bicycles. And so they have like a escalator almost.
An escalator, like a trolley thing. Yeah. Pulls them up the hill. Yeah. I don't know what company's at Sweden, somewhere. I don't know.
Somewhere. Yeah. Man, I was like, I needed that in Puerto Rico, man. Because that hill.
Hey, you should just got off and walked that bad boy.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I'd have been like a packed mule. That bad boy would have been on my back, and we just would have just went on head up there.
Hey, after about 3 tries of trying to get up that hill, I got up and walked it.
Yeah, hey man, hey,
I ain't been on the bike since.
Ain't no shame, bro. Ain't no shame. You did what you had to do.
We went down to Florida and we sitting in this Airbnb, and I looked in the garage and there was a bike in there. And I walked out and I looked down the street and tried to see how flat the road was.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
You say you thought about it.
I thought about it.
Hey, but Puerto Rico got you shook.
Boy, did it. I ain't been on the bike since.
Hey, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because if you rode down that street and would have got trapped on the hill, boy, you'd have been like, I for real ain't never riding nothing ever again.
Yeah. That's right. But let me ask you this, man. Do you use the term diet when you're making changes in your eating habits? Or do you use the meal planning or something like that?
Better decision making.
Okay.
better choices. That's
Right.
what I call it. I'm making a better choice today.
Right. So I had a friend of mine. He would sit there and say he doesn't use the term diet. He was a personal trainer. He doesn't
Mhm.
use the term diet because the first three letters of diet
His
is
die.
right. So he doesn't use diet. Right.
Uh-huh.
But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, if you're trying to use the first three letters of the word die, you're trying to kill off old habits.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's
so in your changing of your eating habits, you're trying to kill off those old habits. Not
yeah.
so much of killing you, but those old
But that,
habits are
yeah.
you're trying to
Well,
kill off, right?
that's a perfect way of
Right,
thinking of it. Yeah.
right. So Father's Day.
Oh Lord. Let's do it. Tell me
I'm
about it.
closing down Father's Day.
Uh-huh.
And I'm walking through the grocery store, me, Mrs. Russ, little Russ,
Mhm.
and out the corner of my eye,
What do you see, sir?
Food alert. Food alert. The Manspace podcast is talking about food again. Food alert. Food alert.
my friend,
Oh my God.
this is something
Mhm.
that made my Father's Day
Oh,
absolutely perfect. I had a great day. I
yeah.
have to admit,
Yeah.
my
Uh-huh.
Father's Day, and we'll talk about
Yeah,
Father's
of
Day
course.
and
We got to
parenting.
talk about it.
We'll talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah.
But this made my day
Mhm.
absolutely perfect. And
Okay.
if there was any reason for me to give up a diet
Mhm.
or better decision makings, it was this one thing right here. It was the return of the Doritos hot mustard chips.
Oh my
Brother, I
God.
saw these things out the corner of my
Oh.
eye, and I was like, "Oh, babe, you see this?" And it was 3 bags sitting. And what made
Yeah.
it even worse, I was at my son's house earlier in the day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we were talking about one of the stores nearby, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't really like that store, and
Mhm.
it's kind of a little rough over there." I said, "Yeah, I quit going over there once they stopped with the hot mustard chips, right?"
Yeah.
That was earlier in the day, so it was on my mind. So
Yeah.
it was meant for me to
It
find
was
these
it
things.
was meant for you. You
It
spoke
was
it up.
yes, yes,
Mm,
it was,
mm, mm.
and I saw them. I am happy. It has made my and little Russ was like, "Dad," I grabbed one. Little Russ was like, "Get all 3."
That sound like her too. She was
Right.
like, "Why stop at one?
Why stop at 1? There's only 3
It's only
left.
3 left. Get them."
Get them. Right?
Yeah.
You complain that you can't find them anymore.
Yeah.
Get
Now you got
everything that
3
you got.
back.
So I
Yeah.
got them all. Right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. I am content. And if y'all hear crunching during this episode, man, Space Nation, I apologize
Oh my
profusely,
God.
but I love these things. It
Yeah.
really tastes. I like the taste of wasabi, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's kind of what it
It's a
tastes like
little
to me.
strong for
It's
me.
got that little wasabi kick to it on
Mhm.
the back end, right?
Mm.
And it and so and I got a point to make about wasabi in just a minute, but it's just
Mhm.
got that little strong kick in the back, you
Yeah.
know. But man, Space Nation, if you see these out there, except for in my area, if you live near me, don't touch them. They're mine. But anywhere else,
I just hear you mine, 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 mine. Oh man, would you knock an old lady over for?
I would.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
Yep. You
Yes,
got it
I would.
bad.
Yes,
You got it
I
bad.
would.
Usher
I
said
would.
it.
In
You
in a
got it bad.
heartbeat. I
Oh
in
my.
a heartbeat, and I would pick her up afterwards and
I
say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I
so
didn't see
I'm
you.
so sorry,
Are
but these
you
are
okay?"
mine. Mine.
As I slip him into my cart, I'm like, "Are you okay?" You know, help pick a
young,
cane up and
young,
everything.
young man,
Readjust
I wanted the mustard Doritos.
readjust the glasses as I got him in my cart
Slap that
walking
wig
away.
back on. Slap
That's
that wig
right.
back on properly. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, well, if you feel if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
That's how I feel, man. That's
Mm,
how I
mm.
feel.
Well, remind me not to get in your way.
That's
I
right.
ain't tasted them. I'm not going to.
They are absolutely
Because the
delicious.
last thing I tasted that you raved and raved and raved and raved about, I
Mhm.
actually enjoyed.
Yes,
And,
and that would
and
be the
went,
fluffernutter.
yes, and I went way down the rabbit hole on that one. I'm not doing this with you with these chips. I will not.
Do you like the Chinese mustard when you go to a Chinese restaurant? Do you get their mustard
I'll
from
never
time?
get it. I never eat it.
It it tastes more like that than mustard that you
Then
would get
mustard.
than deli
Oh,
mustard, and it tastes like Chinese mustard.
well, see, I like regular mustard. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'll
See,
eat that. You know,
I'm the deli mustard guy. I like that.
yeah, I like deli mustard. Yeah,
If I get a hot dog, all I got to do is put mustard on it. I'm good.
that's
You know.
how I eat my sausage.
Yeah.
Side dogs, sausages. If I get one, yep,
Yeah.
it's with mustard. I don't put ketchup on
No. Mm-mm.
them. Yeah, yeah.
Now Doritos, they can kick rock too when it comes to those ketchup ones. Those things were disgusting.
See, I wouldn't even try those, and you don't even eat ketchup like that.
No,
So why would you even eat? Why would you
I
try it?
I tried it for the Man Space Nation, and somewhere down I-77 is a bag of them that got thrown out the window.
You chunk them bad boys, huh? It was like, yeah, nope. Oh my god, man! So it's some little bird running, some pigeon out there on the side of the road talking about, "Hey man, what you throw these out here for? We ain't gonna eat them either."
Right. That's exactly right.
No, when the flying rats don't eat it, you know it's bad.
Right.
Mm,
Man,
mm, mm,
but
mm.
did you see this about wasabi? Like when you go to a Chinese restaurant or something like
Mhm.
that and get like sushi or whatever,
Japanese,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's not the real wasabi. It's
It's
not real
not.
wasabi. No.
Well,
It's
what the hell is
actually
it?
it's dyed horseradish
Oh, they've been jerking people around for years
for years.
because horseradish is definitely not green.
Right. Right. It's dyed horseradish. They said real wasabi,
Mhm.
it's a different taste and it's not as thick as the paste that you get,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's so expensive to make.
Mhm.
That's why you don't see it commonly in these restaurants.
Mm.
So they to get around it, they
So you got
use
to so you got to go to one of these feng shui joints.
yes, you have to go to a real high end place to get it.
Well, I'll never get it because you know, I got a low end budget, my boy. You know what I'm saying? My budget is low end. I'm on the upper end of low end, but I'm still low end. How much is that? 25 cents? You can keep it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, say, oh, I asked a lady for extra sauce at Zaxby's,
Mhm.
and it ain't because I love it. It's just because it don't be
They
enough.
charge you.
Right.
Mhm.
They charge you for the sauce.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm not about to give you my card so you could
Mhm.
charge me for a sauce. So I'm digging in the cup holder and the
Mhm.
glove, and I'm like, I know I got a quarter, you
Yeah.
know. But it took me so long to find it. I said, forget it.
Yeah.
And then the lady just gave it to me. Why you ain't do that from the beginning?
It the ones by me typically are like 32 cents.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
And Mrs. Russ always will wait until they get ready to pass the bag and
And say,
say,
can I get extra sauce?
"Can I get this? Can I get that? Or can I get two of these and this and that?" And I'm just like, what in the world? I'm just like, I so now, like if we go to any type of fast food restaurant where
Hmm.
where she's gonna get sauce, I pull up and I make her walk inside.
So you can go
So
get it all while you're in there.
get it all while you in there. Order it
Yeah,
right there, so we can put it a part of the order because she will do it every single time. She'll
yeah,
place the
yeah.
will place the order because first she want to sit there and look at the menu. I'm like, how many times it's on the menu?
Right. You know what
You
you
know
want.
it's you know what you want.
You know what you stop it.
So
My wife do that too. I'm whispering because she can hear me. But I'm telling the Man Space Nation now. I got to get close to the mic because I don't want her to hear me. But why y'all can't make up your mind when y'all in the drive-through?
yeah,
You know, if you go to McDonald's, you know you only gonna eat a certain burger or a piece of some chicken.
yeah,
Order that. Stop
that's it.
playing with my emotions. I know
Right.
what I want when we say, "Oh, we're gonna go to Burger King."
Mm-hmm.
I know what I want. I want a double whopper with cheese and add bacon, cut in half, extra mayo. There it is. That's how I want my burger,
Mm-hmm.
right? I know what my wife like, and I know what she don't like, right?
Right.
So I know automatically no pickles,
Mm-hmm.
right? But sometimes I forget to say that because I'll take her pickles and put it on my burger.
Mm-hmm.
You, it's a little self gratitude in that, a little self indulgence. But
Right.
ladies, know what you want before you get up there and order it all at one time. Don't wait till we get around to the window and say, "Oh, can you add a milkshake?" No, no, you can't add a milkshake. It was already $25 for two combos.
You know.
And you're going to add a $4 upcharge for a milkshake?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get the code? No, baby. No, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? Please, ladies, do your husbands a favor. Know what you want the next time you go to a restaurant and watch he turn around and look at you and say, "Thank you, baby." Because the frustration is real. You know that? The frustration is real out here, boy. God, don't never know what they want. You know what I'm saying? And God forbid you ask them too early what you want to eat. That's a whole nother topic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because mine would be like, whatever you got a taste for, I'll get some from there. No, 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 that's not how it works.
Not how it works.
No, that's not how it works. You tell me what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get some from wherever you go. Okay, lady. Well, we're going to Chinese food. You know I don't eat that. So don't tell me. See, I'm already going down that road. Let me put the car in reverse.
All
Put the
right,
truck in reverse. Put it in reverse.
let's take a break.
Got me fired up over fast food.
Let's take a break and reset.
All right.
We'll be back with more of the Man Space Podcast.
Oh man.
Duh, just
Why
the
you got the
smell of
bag open and smelling them, man?
the smell is just so good, man. It just
You lucky I love you because I'll be like, man, get your damn nose out my Dorito.
oh, they quite good, man. But
Oh my God.
how was your Father's Day, brother?
Man, it was great, man.
Yeah.
I can't complain, man. We had a great time. Got to play with my new grill. You know, Father's
Okay.
Day came early, so I got a new grill.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and crank it up. You know, so I tell you, we on the menu, we had a smoked brisket, smoked ribs, some smoked chicken.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, fried some fish. You know, had a couple dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the regular inside the house stuff for the ladies, mac and cheese and cabbage and greens and that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So
So
you spent your Father's Day cooking.
yeah. I don't mind. I enjoy cooking. I'm domesticated now.
Day before Father's Day,
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking through the grocery store getting something to make dinner that
Yeah.
Saturday, right? Little Russ calls me, so I'm on the phone with Little Russ.
Mm-hmm.
Walking through the store, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out something to throw in the crock pot, because we got church tomorrow. and
Mhm.
so at least have it in the crock pot. So by the time we get it home, dinner will
Something
be
to be ready.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of my mindset.
Mhm.
And she says, "Oh, you're going to be cooking on Father's Day?" I said, "Wait a minute, you're right." And I'm on the phone with her, and I didn't realize how loud I said this,
Right, right,
but I said, "Tomorrow's Father's Day. Why the hell am I cooking?"
right.
I hear somebody like next aisle over, "Amen, brother."
For real. For real.
Yeah,
It's like
man.
that. I tried to kick the ladies out this year
Mhm.
and just have a bunch of dudes. And
Yeah,
we was just gonna eat dude food. Just gonna
right.
do some baked potatoes, some
Mhm.
steaks, some shrimp on the grill, and,
Yeah.
and call it a day. You know what I mean? And then we've just had a heck of a last 2-3 weeks with our
Yeah.
family, with things happening within our family. So
Mhm.
I couldn't prepare for it like I wanted to. So before I knew it, it was Saturday.
Mhm.
And then my intelligent self decided to take a motorcycle ride Saturday morning, which I didn't get home till like 2. So there wasn't going to be no preparation for food cooking or doing anything on
Mhm.
Saturday. Because when I got home from riding in 100-degree weather, I was 2 shades darker
Right.
and completely just wore out. So I had
Mhm.
to get a nap.
Mm.
You know, I had to get me a nap. I got me an old man nap in, bro.
Mm.
That sun is no
It's no
joke.
joke. It's no joke.
Yeah.
I know how you feel because I was out there cutting grass Saturday,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was like, "Woo!" I was done. I
Yeah.
was
I
done.
didn't I didn't even cut the grass Saturday. I left it.
Mm,
I cut it yesterday, which was even worse.
mm,
I I picked one of the hottest days of the year to do some of my honeydew list outside.
yeah, yeah.
And I worked half, 3/4 of the day outside. When I came back in, I swore I wasn't going back outside the rest of the night
Yeah, I don't blame you.
because I was lit, toe up. And I did all types of stuff I was supposed to have been done,
Mhm,
but at least the windows are clean now and the gutters. Yeah, power washed the eaves,
mm,
you know.
mm.
So I still
But
ain't finished though. God.
but Sunday morning for me, man, I'm riding to church, driving to church, me and Mrs.
Yeah.
Russ, and
Hmm.
she says we can go to one of those places where they bring you the food and you kind of cook it yourself. One of those K-pop
Oh,
type places.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
she said we can go there after church, or we can go to this other place, which is like a sushi place.
Hmm.
And I'm like, well, I'd rather go to the sushi place, but
Hmm.
I want to go to that one because we're going 40 miles in the other direction, and then
Right.
gotta turn around and go 40 miles back that way.
Back. Yeah.
No, I'm like,
Hmm.
no, I don't want to do it. Right? I don't
Hmm.
want to do it, especially when there's one not too far from where we go to church that I like better. So I'd
Oh
rather
yeah.
go
Why
there.
not go there? Yeah, yeah.
So she's like, well, and so she just kind of, you know, and she's
Because
like, well, that's where you want to go. I said, yes, that's where I want to go.
uh-huh.
Fine.
Was it
So
not the ambiance or something?
no, it's a nice spot. It's a nice spot,
Okay.
right?
All right. All right.
So we get out of church, and we got out of church about 2 o'clock because
Yeah.
it was one of those days that talking and
Uh-huh.
presenting the fathers with gifts and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So
Hmm.
we got out. It was a rather lengthy service.
Right. Right.
So we got out of there, and she's like, we got to go. So normally she's a talker, so she likes to talk to everybody.
Hmm.
And normally I'm sitting out in the car waiting on her. No, she walked past
Hmm.
me while I'm talking to people, and she's like, we got to
Let's
go.
go. Right.
I'm
Right.
like, okay. I'm like, so something's up. It's like
Hmm.
my radar is up, right? Something's up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I know that I talked to Little Russ the day before, and I'm supposed to go hang out with Little Russ next weekend, right?
Hmm.
This coming weekend. So I wasn't expecting Little Russ to be there. You know, I
Yeah.
would, the boys got their own stuff going on.
Mhm.
And the oldest boy that lives here now, he was cooking dinner that night. And I'm like, in
Okay.
my mind, I'm like, why are we going out to eat when we know he's
When we
cooking dinner?
cooking. Yeah.
Right. I'm fine with going to Chester's and getting a couple of chicken strips and calling it a day, right? And
Let me get a little bit of tide this over. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
I was good, right?
Yeah.
I was like, fine, whatever, right? So I'm a little salty because I really didn't want to go, right?
Mhm.
We would go up in there and I'm looking through the parking lot and I'm
Mhm.
like, whose car is here? Right.
Right. Yeah,
And
you do I do the same thing. Yep.
I don't recognize any cars. And I walk in and little Russ is inside. Dog.
Oh.
I got a little bit emotional. Got a
Oh.
little choked up
Yeah.
because I wasn't expecting it, right?
Uh-huh.
So it was cool having a little Russ there, spending time with her. And then I'm like, okay, so you going back home? She says, no, I'm gonna spend the night. I'm like, cool, So now
Mhm.
I got my baby girl for the whole day, right?
Right, right.
So we head back to the house and everything. And I back into the driveway. And Mrs. Russ, she always she turns the alarm off on her phone and she'll open the garage, whatever, from her phone
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
we can go in. So I don't think twice about it. I get out the car and the garage is open and Lil Russ says Happy Father's Day. And I turn and look, the back of Mrs. Russ's car is open inside the garage.
Mhm.
Got me a new battery operated lawnmower. And
Oh,
people
you've
that have
been
been
you've been
listening,
wanting it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So I've been eyeing it for and a new one, and it was the one I wanted too.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, messed me
Ah,
all the way up right there, right?
ain't that
Messed me
sweet?
completely up. I was done.
I'm
I
about to
was
go tell
done.
my wife I want a lawnmower too. Oh,
Yeah, man.
oh.
So, and I was like, dang, now I wish I wouldn't have cut grass yesterday.
Yeah, because you could have tried it out, right?
Right. Hey, I
Yeah.
was all set. So, but yeah, it was a good day, man. It was a real
Yeah.
good day.
I still would have cut it. I still would have cut the next day. Just
Uh,
because, just the one to see it work.
I know.
See, I,
I hadn't taken it out of the box yet. I'm going too soon though.
when I bought that grill,
Mhm.
it got delivered. It was a journey, first of all, because they delivered me a grill that was put together. And I'm not that guy. I don't want it. I don't want something that somebody else put together because I want to know how it all works myself. I like to make sure all the bolts are tight, everything is right. But they've delivered me a grill from the big box store,
Okay.
orange store, big
hmm
box.
hmm
Delivered me a grill that was already put together and it had like 17 layers of dust on it,
Oh,
scratched and dented, and no
oh,
power cord.
oh no.
Yeah, you can plainly see where it's been dented or something is not right with it, like
Right.
it's been crashed into. And I'm like, come on, y'all. I asked specifically when I ordered this for it to be in the box, so I could put it together myself. So I wasn't home when it got delivered. The wifey was, and she was like, I started to tell them to take it back because I know how you are. You'd rather put it together yourself instead of letting somebody else do it. I said, yeah.
Mm,
I said, if I'm running on time, if I'm, it's a time thing for me. You know what I mean?
right.
If I got time, I'll do it. If I don't have time, then I'll accept
Right.
one.
Right.
So she said, I almost told him to take that back, because you weren't going to be happy with it. And just so happened, if it had been cleaned and unscratched and dented and I had the power cord, I probably wouldn't have said anything.
Right.
Right. But because of all the other issues, now you got to bring me another one the next day.
Right.
And then I spent all evening putting it together. But
Mm,
I'll tell you what I did though. As soon as I put it together, I realized I didn't have enough pellets. Oh yeah. So I went and bought some. Like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I went and bought pellets just to season it. I
okay.
just wanted to season it. So I let it run for 2 hours and just smoke
Mm,
for 2 hours. And I was like, okay, I'm happy. And then I was cooking on it the next day and the next day and then the following day.
mm.
So I'm happy. But I got something that I wanted, but and a few other things. Got me some Academy gift cards and Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, we always joke about how fathers are not taken care of. And
Mhm.
I think Mrs. Russ has been seeing some of the social media posts on Instagram
I'm
from Man
sure
Space
she
Pat
has.
One with some of the jokes I've been making about how fathers are not taken care of. So they took
Yeah,
care of
yeah,
me this year.
yeah.
But yeah, man, it's awesome, man. As like
It is.
when you got family that actually cares, and
Mhm.
things like that, right? You know,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
And people come by and spend time with you and talk to you.
Yeah.
Those things make a difference, man. I
Mhm.
never knew how important being a dad was. Not even when I became a dad. It's
Mhm.
it became when my thought process has changed. How
Mm.
important it is to be a father,
Yeah.
and to have your father in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's an extremely important piece,
Mhm.
especially for men. You know what I mean? Boys that are going to become men one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very important, even with young ladies,
Mhm.
because you're the first man she falls in love with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're the example of what she should be treated like. You know, and that's extremely important. Just like boys. You're the example of what of how to treat a woman,
Mhm.
because that's what they're looking at, how you treat their mother, you know,
Absolutely.
so it goes a long way, man. So
Yeah.
to all the fathers out there that had a great Father's Day, congratulations. Good job. Happy
Mhm.
Father's Day. Ones that didn't have a good one, guess what? There's another Father's Day for you to have, and it'll be a better one the next time. Right?
Yeah.
Don't stress over it. Let's keep it
Yeah.
gravy, baby.
Keep it
Yeah.
gravy. I like that. Keep it
Yeah.
gravy.
Yeah, that's it, man. We're gonna all move out to Maryland. Get some.
No, you got to go to California.
I gotta go to. I'll go to Colorado first. I don't want to go to California. Quite honestly, I don't like California. I listen, and it's just my choice. I'm not a big fan of California. I do. There's three spots that I do like in California, and
San
I've been.
Diego, San Jose, San Francisco.
No. I
No,
like Long Beach.
Long Beach. Okay.
I like Long Beach. Of course, I
Mhm.
like San Diego.
Mhm.
And it is a toss up between San Jose and San Fran.
Okay.
I like San Fran, and then I don't like San Fran
Yeah.
because the crime in San Fran is off the chain. But it's
Well,
a beautiful area.
it's a beautiful area. It's just those hills in San Francisco that just wear
Yeah,
me out.
yeah, ooh,
Like,
yeah. And the
like,
people are cool out there too.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so it's all good.
absolutely, absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a break.
Sure.
As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, your success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You gotta hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened? My 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And this is all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me and you let me look at it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
You know,
man, E.T. gotta love him, boy.
when you talk about that at 24 hours and what you
Yeah.
do to it, because one of the things that we always say, like, man, if I had more time,
Yeah.
if I had more time, how much time are you procrastinating with during your day?
Yeah. And that's the hard part. People deny the procrastination.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's in everybody's day.
You know what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know what you need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what's holding you back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know what you need to do to get past, to get it done.
That's right. You
So
know
why
what you
aren't
need to
you
do to
doing it?
go forward.
How many times have you sat there and said, I'll take care of it
I'll
tomorrow.
do it tomorrow.
I'll
Yep.
do it later.
Mm-hmm. You'd rather fill up tomorrow's schedule with stuff you could do today and
Yeah.
do other stuff tomorrow that you did that could be, or it could be done in 2 or 3 days, but you could do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, but that's how that's unfortunate. That's how a lot of us are programmed in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I just did it the other day.
Yeah.
I was out in the sun and I was like, man, I didn't get this done. I'll do it
Mhm.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tomorrow came and I didn't do it.
Mm.
You know, which tomorrow is today. I still didn't get it done today.
Wow.
You know, so now I put it off and I'm not going to get it done tomorrow because
Mhm.
I already got plans for after work.
Mhm.
You know, Thursday, I maybe not. I don't know.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I'm in the same situation, man. I got to get better.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we all do. We all have to get better at
Mhm.
just the whole idea of putting off what you could do now. Not
Yeah.
today, not doing today, what you could do right now.
Yeah. Get it done, man.
And just plan your schedule out, man.
Yeah.
If you just sat there and just wrote out what you need to get done today and
Mhm.
scratch those things off. You don't have to write out an hour by hour playbook of what you're going to do every hour. No, just write out 3 to 5 things that you want to get accomplished today. And as you get those things accomplished, scratch those things off the list.
Yeah.
And you don't stop until you either scratch that thing off the list or you attempt it and you realize that cannot be done.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried that strategy once before
Mhm.
and it actually really worked very well.
Yeah.
Writing things down, having a goal list, you
Mhm.
know, and I broke mine down daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. And I the first 6 months of the year, I was a beast, man. I'm not a big book reader at the time. I wasn't reading books at all. I think I read like 3 or 4 books a month,
Mhm.
and which is, I know people do that in a week, but for me, that's huge,
Mhm.
because that's not something I was used to doing.
Right.
Was reading books like that,
Right.
and to me, I was doing really good, man, but I was hitting my goals, man, and I was checking them off. It's
Mhm.
like, wow, this is what it feels like to
Right.
be highly motivated,
Right.
highly, highly, entrenched in myself to make myself better.
Yeah.
It felt really good, man. And
Yeah.
and procrastination was not a part of it because my day was filled with things I needed to do to
Yeah.
meet my goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
That's a
Well,
wonderful.
Manspace Nation, July 3rd. It's only a couple weeks
Uh-oh.
away. And it
Uh-oh.
is our 5th anniversary special, the launch of season 5 of the
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Boy, y'all in trouble now. Y'all done mess around and let it hit season 5. Hey,
Oh,
what? And we want to thank y'all for sticking around, hanging
Mhm.
out with us, kicking it with us. You know, we like that, man.
We ain't gonna thank y'all yet. We'll thank y'all on the season premiere.
I'm doing it now because I'm happy. I'm so happy. I ain't even in Maryland. I'm happy.
For those who are listening on the audio version of the podcast, or even watching us on tv.themanspacepodcast.com, we're going to say peace to you. And for everybody else who are on Onstage Plus, stay tuned because the after show is next.
Hey.
And on that note, you know what I did not do this episode?
What didn't you do, sir?
I did not mention who this episode was brought to you by.
That's right.
Manscaped, the official sponsor of this podcast.
Gotta keep them boys smooth, baby.
Gotta keep them smooth. Get 20% off with free shipping using our code TMSP20. And don't do it for us. Do it for your balls. And on that note,
yeah, do it for the balls. We out of here.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Man Space.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Man Space updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Man Space Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out
of here.